Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of Feels Talk. I'm your host. It's me, Brandon Sung, and I have my co-hosts with me today.
What's up? I'm Daryl.
It's your boy Eddie.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Nathan.
All right, cool. And on today, on the episode, we actually already talked about this, or we touched it rather in our first episode. But on this one, we're gonna go more into detail about it, and we're gonna talk about our exes and our personal experiences with our exes.
That sounds spicy.
Yeah. I actually have me personally, I just recently, well, not recently, but I have never had to break up with anyone, so I'm currently still dating my first girlfriend and hopefully my last, fingers crossed. But everyone else in this room, I believe so that you guys have experiences with breaking up with people or getting broken up with. I don't know the fine details, and you guys would feel comfortable to share your personal experiences. That would be great. If not, you can go ahead and not do it. We can just end this early.
I think that's chill. I think Daryl has something to say.
Okay, Daryl.
Yeah, I'm just, recently been broken up. Mid-July. It's November now, so it's been a minute, but, the feels are still there, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the feels are still there.
Yeah, I mean, still, the wounds, they're healing slowly.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I'm kind of almost fully healed, but there's just a little bit back there.
So,
Some scars.
looking back at your relationship and now after the breakup, what did you learn from then and now?
Let me see. So, I mean, I guess during the relationship, it's this, you guys are always together, and, like, it just felt so weird. Like, that moment we broke up, it was this, I never saw her anymore, so it's just, like, I don't know, I felt so, I guess, alone, or, like, by myself more often, and I just didn't have, like, anyone to share those feelings with. It's getting pretty deep pretty fast, but, yeah. Did that answer your question, or?
Nah, bro, that's facts. I totally agree. Like, I would just say, like when you're in a relationship, you kind of have, like, those, like, love goggles on, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then it's, like, you kind of think that, like, I guess she's the one. But, and it didn't, like, whenever I was in a relationship, it was, like, there was up to a certain point where I finally decided I need some space. And then after that, like, even, like, after we broke up, I figured out I learned a lot more about myself than I could have while in a relationship. And just, like, a lot of life lessons, like, some, like, basic ass shit. Like, just for example, since I've never been in a breakup before, or I've never gone through a breakup, I thought a breakup was just gonna be kind of easy peasy. But that shit actually fucking hurts like a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
So I guess that's just, like, one simple ass lesson I learned, that breakups actually hurt like a bitch.
Mm-hmm. What are some possible ways that you guys coped with breaking up or getting broken up with, or coming out of a relationship with your significant other?
So like,
We talking like physically,
or
like I beat my meat.
Just like coping methods. What are some things that made you guys feel better?
okay, so like for me, back in high school. So currently, right now, I'm in a very loving relationship. So anything right now is about my first ever girlfriend that I had an ex that is now my ex. But I guess the way I coped is, and I feel like a lot of people that got out of their first ever relationship could, like, kind of relate. But there was a sense of, like, not knowing what to do. Like honestly, like, the person you care so much for is, like, gone now. But for me personally, I took to fitness as a coping mechanism, and honestly, it's one of the probably best ones. Honestly, for me, I wasn't even thinking about, like, trying to get swole, trying to get fit. Like, I just wanted to, like, it off my mind. And, like, in the moment, if I'm benching or curling, like, I'm just thinking about, like, how much weight I could do, how I can improve myself. Just think about that, like, the side benefit from it was, me becoming more fit. Like, but honestly, like, at the meantime, I just wanted, like, something else to think about, because otherwise, around that time period, if I left myself alone to my thoughts, honestly, my thoughts would eat away at me. So
I think that's a very, that's definitely a very good way to cope. That's kind of what I did also. But I think the way I coped was a little different, and it was actually pretty unhealthy. Like whenever I first went through the breakup, I would tell myself to go through a routine. I would just go to school, go to work, hit the gym right after, and then pass out. But I just learned recently that you really have to surround yourself with a pretty good, like a really good support group to help you kind of go through it. Because if you're just by yourself all the time, like your thoughts are really just gonna eat away at you.
Yeah.
Just like you said.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like
Ooh.
Like it'll really fuck you up.
yeah, like my friend group was like super supportive. I mean, but for me, like it actually took a long time for me to like finally come to terms and over it, and very like understandably, my friends were like getting tired of it, and they'll tell me like like hey, like it's been a year, like what the fuck.
Oh,
And
so
stuff.
it took a year?
It took more than a year, but
okay.
but it got better over time. But I guess it's to, like everyone out there, like no one can ever rush you
For sure.
to come to terms. It's on your own time. Don't listen to anyone else. Like I understand that my friends got tired of it, but for me, like it was, the best thing was like to take your time, because no one should ever rush you for that stuff.
Like on top of what you said about you exercising to cope, I think that's really good. One thing that definitely, and not even just breaking up, but if you're in a bad place and you feel like definitely one thing to do to pull you out of it is just to better yourself, do good things.
Do I hear somebody breathing on the mic?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's why I try to move away.
Is that me?
Yeah.
I don't,
Wait. Do you wait? Hold on. You guys in the studio. I mean, this is the studio. Can you hear us, Andrew? They can't hear us. Okay, we're by
Is this
ourselves.
recording?
We're black.
Yeah, but what's it called? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, just do things that better yourself, man. It doesn't even have to be a breakup. Like let's say you're just in a shit mood. I don't know. Say your dad died or something.
Yeah, honestly, like it'd be for anything. Or like bad grades, tough day at work, or like like you're just having grief. Like pick up a hobby, do something constructive.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like don't mope away. I mean, have time to mope, but you can't do it all the time.
Right.
over here, I guess the way I coped was actually pretty bad and like very unhealthy. Like I guess like as soon as he broke up with me, I went straight to like drinking, and it just went downhill from there. I just drank like almost every night until I like passed out.
Like by yourself?
Yeah, basically. It's because she actually broke up with me on my birthday, and I just turned 21. And that night was just a blur to me. I just wanted to forget. So my reasoning of drinking was I drank to forget. And like I would just wake up in the morning, I'd throw up, and then I'd restart the whole day drinking. Damn. And it went on for that. It went on like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe even a month. But yeah, it went pretty bad until I got some help.
Wait, so you drank at night, and then you woke up and threw up?
Yeah, like, well, not every morning, but like most mornings I would have like a really bad hangover because like I never drank water, or I just went straight to drinking, just by handles.
Well,
and then it was pretty bad.
Well, I'm glad you're in a better place now. Like
you're out of
that habit, right?
I got a question though. Are you guys kind of happy the breakup happened?
I am now, but like at the time I was just like so confused. I was like, why like everything was doing so well, and then why it's just out of the blue. And I don't know, she literally picked the worst time to do it because it was like my birthday, and I was literally at Disney World too when she texted me. I was like just crying, like.
So y'all weren't together.
Nah, I was in Florida.
Damn.
And she was here in Texas when I found out that she was,
Yeah, I was like, yeah, definitely like, honestly, like I've grown so much since that first one, and I feel like mine's a weird situation because obviously like your first love, like something like you never like let go of,
right?
Like Brandon actually said something to me like that was very like profound a couple months ago. It's whoever you love now or in the future, you can't possibly love them with all your heart because like every person you've been with in the past has a little piece of it.
God damn, dude. That's some deep ass shit, bro.
That's some deep shit, Brandon.
Hey,
that is some deep ass shit.
This is a bit off topic, but does anyone know if the chicken quesadilla meal at Taco Bell comes with a taco?
Anyways,
Nathan, I got a question for you.
What's it?
So you've had a first breakup, and now you're on your second relationship?
Second relationship, I did some fuck shit in the middle, but like
Okay,
yeah,
alright,
second meaningful.
It's alright. Yeah,
relationship.
yeah, that stuff. Screw the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Just fuck the middle, bro.
Like in that first relationship, I mean, every relationship kind of has its own chemistry, and compared to your relationship right now, like, do you feel like it was definitely different, right? Like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
does that kind of compare?
Oh, that's actually an interesting question. So, in my first relationship, I was a junior. She was a freshman, right?
Like in high school?
High school.
Oh, okay.
And she, I liked her because she was a lot more mature than like the rest of her friends. Like, you know, obviously like it's still like got into like the little girly drama bullshit and stuff, but she was definitely more mature, more caring. Like nothing was like superficial. When we broke up, you know, like when the goggles came off, I noticed like obviously like she's still like a child in a way. Oh, that sounds fucking weird. Not like, not, you know,
So fucking
no,
like
okay. Basically, like, you know, like in high school, that's like a time for growth, right? So like, there's also a big maturity gap,
yeah.
and we're still friends now. But at the time when like we're like trying to be friends, all I wanted for her is like to like do better and like grow as a person, you know, like, and like, she has a lot, and like, it actually came to like a. I'll get into this. I'll bring up this question later, but on my current relationship, I'm the younger one and my girlfriend's the older one. So like the roles kind of switched. The difference in this one is that, well, both had the same common factor. Things that had to do with maturity. In my first relationship, I'll talk her out of like doing like unsensible things and stuff, because, you know, like I supposedly knew better. But in this relationship, my girlfriend would restrict me from doing. I would say restrict. I wouldn't say restrict, but she'll like kind of be overbearing on things I did, because, you know, she's been there, done that. But to the point where like it got pretty restrictive, to the point where like my friends like had to step in and tell her like, look, you're almost done with college. You've seen it all. Nathan still needs to learn. Like, let him fall, you know?
Well, okay.
So,
I see. I definitely see what you're saying, but I'm saying like the amount of love, I guess, in
The
that
amount of
first
love.
relationship, was it like the same amount of love in the second one?
and
And like was that love kind of like the same? Like, for example, like when you're in a relationship, right? You and your significant other, you'll be doing some like weird ass shit sometimes,
Yeah.
just like with each other, like personality wise. Like, was that same kind of weirdness the same in the second relationship?
oh, no, definitely not. Because, like, this second relationship has obviously gone on longer. Like, longer in duration. The first relationship, I will honestly just say it was, like, puppy love. Like, yeah. And, like, the second one, this current one, it's more like, you know, we accepted, like, each other's flaws, and then we still, like, you know, love each other for it, like, this, despite, like, you know, inconveniences and all.
So it's like a more mature.
It's a
kinda-
more definitely mature
Okay,
love. Like
okay.
a more like, you know, like I wasn't like, it wasn't like being in love with like the idea of this person anymore. It's like being in love with like with this person, like who she is, and like who I was.
Coming out of your relationship, what are some things that you think that you took away from? Like, how much did you grow as a person? What are some things that you learned from?
I learned not to put people on a pedestal. Like,
Okay.
at the end of the day, that person is just like you. They have,
Mhm.
you know, they have the same anxieties. They'll be lazy. They get mad and stuff. And like, I think one quote that like I remember is that when you put someone up on a pedestal, all they can do is look down on you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And it's just a lot of like self-care stuff. Like, you know, start taking care of yourself. Like, you know, like there's no such thing as like undying love. Like, sometimes you have to like think about yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Like, oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I was just gonna say that. I mean, definitely, when you
Hey, Jamal's here.
we have another some homeless guy walked into our studio.
With
He
his fucking
brought a dog too.
Yeah, but I mean, definitely. I would like to think of as new relationships being almost as like new chapters in your life. You know, it's like that saying when when one door closes, another door opens, and that's kind of like how coming out of a relationship is, kind of, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You take a lot of stuff out of the older one, and you use all the information and try to better yourself and hope for the best in the newer one, and hopefully with those lessons that you've learned, everything comes out for the best. So at least that's my takeaway from it. I'm not that experienced because me personally, I've never had to break up with anyone or have been broken up with, kind of, to an extent, kind of. So yeah, I'm not a love guru in any sense. I'm not much of a guru in anything actually. So yeah, but
So I mean, but just going back though, like, whenever you think about, you know, the past relationship and kind of like that the very happy memories that you have with that other person, what kind of helps you guys get over that? Like finally realize, oh fuck, it's over. Like you just gotta move on.
I say the best thing to do is just, you know, you can be sad that it's over, but more you should appreciate that it happened in the first place.
Damn.
Ooh, yeah, I say that all the time too.
Yeah, because I mean it's really true. Because I mean, look on the bright side. I mean, in my perspective, things should always be worse, and people could
Facts.
definitely say, you know, things should always be better. But I mean, if you're just gonna have that mentality of like, and I also have a really bad habit of doing that, of like looking into the past. But the best thing you can do is honestly just live in the present, you know. But take everything that you've learned from the past and use that to better the future.
What the fuck?
Some homeless guy sitting naked in our studio.
I have a question to bring up to everyone else.
What's up?
So at any point
Yes.
past so like at any point past the breakup, did you ever talk to your ex again, and like what happened? Like kind of like to get closure or anything?
Yeah, Daryl. What
Oh
happened?
yeah, that was. I can answer this one.
On to.
Let's see. So, how it worked out was we broke up like, I was in Florida, she was in Texas, and then a week went by, we didn't talk because like she literally blocked me on everything because I was trying to like get answers like why she just did this all of a sudden, but she was like, no, it's best if we wait till you get back, right? And then I finally get back, and as soon as I got off the plane, I literally drove to her house, and I was like, we need to talk. But she wouldn't come out. She was like, no, we need to do it when we're like actually like, you know, like sober or whatever, because I guess I wasn't sober at the time, or like, you know, when we're both like actually awake, because it was like I got back at like 2 a.m. or something. And so yeah, so I mean, fast forward a few days later passed by, finally talk it out, and I'm just like trying to get all those answers out, trying to get that closure that I needed, because I just want to like, I don't know, talk to her about like why she, you know, just all of a sudden just broke up with me. And then I was just listening to her side, and then it's good to listen too. You don't want to just like say like all those selfish things about yourself. Just be like you did this to me, like you hurt me so much, and I was like so in so much pain. Like they're also hurting too. It's not just like when someone breaks up with you, it's like you're losing a part of that person that like you were so attached to. And then what really got me that closure, I wrote her like a letter, and I told her not to like read it until she's like fully ready, because I wrote a lot in that letter. It really helped me. I wrote actually like 17 pages worth of
God damn.
God,
yeah,
dude,
I wrote a lot. But like writing that actually really helped me like cope too. And like what I wrote down there was literally like how I felt at the time, like all the memories we shared together. And it was kind of like guilt tripping her in a way, but I felt really bad about it. But I just really needed to like express my feelings somehow, because she wouldn't let me until we finally got that closure. But
Yeah, getting closure is, I feel like, very, very important. Like,
definitely.
like during like the time when you decide to break up with somebody, I feel like you think that's closure right then and there, right? Like you explain the reasons, but no, fuck that. Like you don't get closure till after, like,
For a long
yeah,
time.
after you guys have been alone for a while, realize some shit about yourself, and then, you know, when you kind of get back together and reconcile and then discuss, you know, what went wrong, that's when that's finally getting closure. And it's funny that you actually brought up writing a note, because I mean I wrote some fucking notes also.
It
Like,
helps.
so I guess just going back to my story. So my ex and I broke up around 2 months ago, and this past weekend actually, it really hit me that it was finally over, and like I was kind of like that dude that kind of is like not necessarily begging, but yeah, kind of begging, for like going back to your girl and like trying to get her back. But when I finally realized that that she just finally moved on, like that's when it really hit me, and it was weird. It was like a sense of relief actually, like knowing that she was actually finally over me. Like right then and there, like the very next day, I kind of got like, if I was finally relieved also that, and then like I finally moved on. It was some spiritual ass shit, bro. Like, let me tell you, like,
Yeah, it's like I also took the writing, but
bro,
because it was,
fucks up with writing.
but because I was
like, I guess because like, just like because they all can't talk.
That's a
Like,
good way of
get all
venting it
your
out.
yeah, get all your
and,
thoughts
like,
down.
it seems more meaningful to like write about it. But because I was a hopeless romantic, I wrote her poems afterwards, and yeah, I still have them. They're pretty cringe, but like honestly, like
You
it,
beautiful bastard.
yeah, it pretty much
Bro,
sums up
yeah.
what I was feeling at the time. It was a lot about how like, like I feel empty, like I don't know how this happened. Oh yeah, for context, we didn't break up with each other. Our parents broke us up. So like the thing that like kept me like thinking about it was that what could have happened, So, but yeah, I wrote to her a lot, and like honestly, I was the one that needed to get over her. She was like over me like a hell of a lot quicker. And when I finally did get over her, was like when I started dating like my current girlfriend. She actually called me. And like was like, oh my god, like when did you tell me? And like she said like she was like really happy for me and stuff. And like we both knew like finally like the both of us was like it's over now.
Do you think you and your past girlfriends could have made it work? Looking back,
Actually, so like 2 years after, she started working at the place I was working.
shit,
Yeah, and like
shit,
and like
It's awkward.
that's
yeah.
some shit. Yeah.
yeah, like that's actually the time where we reconvened and talked about what happened, and basically the both of us wanted to remember the other person for what we remember them as, but obviously in that 2 year time span, like
People change.
people change,
Yeah.
and like that's a hard thing to swallow. She was the one that actually brought up like, hey, like remember this, remember how we used to be and stuff like a lot, and like I was honestly thinking about like trying to make it work again, and like I feel like she was too. And then but then like shortly after, I started talking to my current girlfriend, and that's why like, the both of us like kind of knew like, feel like the both of us subconsciously was trying to see if like it could work again, but now that like I've moved on, like she was more than anything she was happy for me, so.
Are there any other comments that you guys want to make? Because there's this comment on our first ever podcast video that we uploaded. This guy named Overforce65 commented on our first video, and I just want to address this and get your guys' opinion on this and help this guy out and give him some advice and some tips. But basically, his story is that here should I just read the comments?
Yep.
Yeah, bro, it's a long ass comment.
Okay,
bro.
I'll just-
I think
I'm
we
just
have
gonna-
time.
Story.
Wait,
All right,
wait, wait.
Overforce65.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna read your comment.
People watch this shit?
I hope you're okay. Huh?
People watch this shit.
I guess so.
Okay.
Overforce65. I hope you're okay with me reading this comment. I mean, you did post it online, so I mean, all right. He said, very good video. Some good points were made. I tried to be friends with my ex, but it was very hard, and I'm keeping my distance from them after what happened. If anyone has any advice, I'd really appreciate it. That's what we're here for. As a guy, I have 2 disabilities, an anxiety condition, mild processing disorder, and a physical condition known as colitis.
Oh, no,
And it's
colitis
been
is so bad.
very difficult, especially with dating. I was dating my ex for about 8 months. 1, it was long distance. Till the end of this year, she would be done with school and would be home by me. 2, there was a 5-year age gap. I was 27, she was 22. Anyways, she wanted a break. I'm doing finger quotes. If you like a break, I'm doing finger quotes. Okay. She said it was because of school. But I feel she was lying to me because while we did a break for 4 months, she not only refused to meet up with me on 3 separate occasions and kept making excuses because of her feelings. She said some hurtful things. A few of them were, I thought at age 27 you could be living on your own. I wish you had a career more in your field, and I want someone more manly. Damn. Fuck. These comments fly in the face of my expensive condition and how things were fine for the 8 months before the break. No yelling or fighting. So I broke up with her at the beginning of the year. She wanted to see me during the summer to be friends, but I told her no. Basically because I didn't want to be on the sidelines while she would meet someone else. She still contacts me the other day saying, hey, looks like you're doing well, when I posted up an interview on my Facebook that I did about my art. What should I do? What should I do when she gets home later this year? I'm still very hurt by the way I was treated. I know she still wants to try and meet up to rekindle things. But when you tell someone you want a 1-year break because of school, then you say you lost feelings or you're immature, it hurts. Oh, and she not only disregarded my mental and physical conditions, she didn't take into account the things I'd done despite my condition, comparing me to others without a disability with her comments. And yeah, and it looks like this guy also, if I'm reading this right, this guy did a lot of cool things. He listed them out right here. He got a bachelor's degree in art.
Dope.
He illustrated 15 children's books.
Nice.
Volunteer my time with nonprofit organizations, March of Dimes, American Kidney Foundation, and the Lions Club. He displayed his artwork in a gallery, banks, and libraries, and he interviewed and received rewards for his art.
So I have something to say on that actually. Overforce, right? Overforce.
Yeah, over 465.
All right, over 465. All right,
Nice.
dope name. Well, one like, you're hell of a strong dude. Just to say that first, but so just to kind of bring it into perspective, I feel like I was kind of like, in a sense, like that girl that wanted a break from my relationship, and during the breakup, I kept on telling myself, I was thinking very, very logically, like I was saying, since we're broken up, it's probably the best idea that we keep our distances from ourselves, and we just probably shouldn't talk because that would just complicate things, and it'll take longer for the breakup. Looking back, I learned that was definitely not the right thing to do, because in my mind, I thought it was better for the both of us, but in her mind, she just kind of felt abandoned and, just had so many questions left unanswered, stuff like that. So I really do feel like in a breakup, you should, in a sense, like help each other out during the breakup. So whenever she comes back during, I don't know, whatever school year, I think getting that closure, not necessarily getting back together, but talking it out with her, getting that closure, reconciling with each other, I really do think that'll help both of you guys out.
So obviously we don't know your entire life story, but like from what you told us, it seems like she like lacked the empathy to like like consider your conditions and all. And I just have to say, like, yeah, like I agree with Eddie. Like you're a strong dude. You're also a very good man for doing all these foundations and all, giving back. Yeah, in my opinion, like I feel like she needs some room to grow, and like Eddie said, like you could help her out with that, but at the end of the day, it's like your choice if you want to or not.
Oh no, so I was saying like the main, my bad, like the main point was like, so you're probably feeling like it probably hurts like a bitch right now, right? But like looking at it from her perspective, she may be seeing it in a way of, since we're broken up, it could possibly be the best idea that we just don't talk during this breakup, just to make things easier. And I'm just trying to bring that perspective to you, because that's kind of the way I was thinking of it at the time, being the person that actually broke up with my partner. I was like, in my mind, I thought that was the best thing to do, and I thought that was actually caring for her, but I was fucking wrong. Like that could just be from her, not necessarily taking your feelings into consideration. But hey, the more you know, like, but yeah, definitely, I would definitely still talk to her and get some closure.
Yeah, I mean, over 465. From
Yeah, why
from,
that name though? Like
from what you put on here, I mean, I can't. No flame, man, but I can't really. I don't really have any sympathy for this girl because I mean, I'm sure she's a nice person. I'm sure you dated her for a reason, but you didn't really list any of the good things, only bad. But I mean, I'm gonna try to play devil's advocate and look at this from both sides of the coin. But from what I've read, it just looks like she was kind of dicky to you for no reason. I mean,
that could be facts too.
yeah.
That's probably facts.
And yeah, from what I've read, I mean, yeah, dude, like you shouldn't talk to her. you should not reinvest in that. I mean, the fact that she only hit you up again because it looks like you're doing well and you're successful now.
I forgot about that part.
Nah, man, like you should not. Nah, you shouldn't fuck with that. You know, even if she was like, let's say like, you know, she's super chill, right? And she's cool as fuck, and I'm sure she is. I mean, besides her flaming on you and like being like a total bitch, but
yeah, actually, I changed my mind. I lied over first. Yeah, fuck that bitch. Just get over her. Like, she wasn't the one.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice about it, but her shitting on me for anxiety and crying. It's like,
you got 15 children's books. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
fuck.
Yeah, dude. She's just trying to get back. She's just trying to come back because she knows that you're doing well and you're thriving, bro. And she's probably not doing so hot. She's like, oh, fuck. I fucked up. I want to get back with over 465. I fucked up.
You got the over 4.
Yeah, exactly, man.
65.
And like
65 of them.
and the fact that you were doing long distance, like, hey, man, kudos to you, bro. I'm also doing long distance. And that shit sucks, man. It's hard. And you have to put in a lot. I mean, relationships are a lot of work. And doing long distance just makes it even harder. So, you know, you're a fucking trooper, bro. And you shouldn't let this mistress fucking bring you down, my guy. All right, or girl. I mean, wait, yeah. But
speaking of long distance,
what's up?
What are y'all guys' opinions on long distance relationships? Can they work?
Oh yeah, they can work.
All right. So yours is like long. But yours isn't like
yours like 3 hours long.
You feel me? Like you can just drive, you know?
Like 2 hours actually.
Yeah, like it's not like a you can't see each other type thing.
This guy in February 2018 used every single weekend to drive. I was honestly pretty astonished with you, dude. But kudos to you. That's
yeah, dude.
dedication.
I like when I first started dating my my girlfriend. Hey Audrey, what's up, man? Yeah, I would drive. She goes to University of Oklahoma, Norman, Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner or whatever the fuck.
Fuck a boomer.
Yeah, but I feel like definitely it was not to deviate. Okay, over force. I'll get back to you, but not to deviate too far from what he was saying. But I feel like it's because I was definitely really eager and excited because it was my first relationship. So I just wanted to be with her all the time. So I would drive over there so often. But connecting it to long distance and connecting that to overforce. Long distance,
make a full circle connection.
Yeah,
right now.
long distance sucks, man. But if you really want it, like you can make it work, man. Like you can make it work. Just like think of long distance as like a really like beat up old car. Like, and that engine's not fucking working. But you really like the car, right? If you really want to, you'll fucking put on your work gloves, like you'll get oil on your pants and you'll get down on your knees and you'll make that shit work, bro. Like if you really want it, then you'll get it. You know?
I didn't see where you were going with that analogy at first, but I fuck with it now.
Yeah, man.
I see where you were going with it.
Yeah, and overforce, I don't know you, bro, but I don't even know. You could be making this up. You could just be fucking with us, but
nah, bro. It seems pretty legit.
You're a fucking trooper, all right? And dude, you gotta fucking. You illustrated 15 children's books. You received rewards for your labor and your efforts and your talent. That's talent, dude, and you got it. And you shouldn't let anyone bring you down because you have talent. You know?
Yeah, dude.
So fuck all the haters, my guy.
Fuck that bitch.
Exactly. Fuck that bitch, bro. Don't talk to her.
Your next book, your 16th book, you're gonna illustrate. It's gonna call "Fuck You, Bitch."
Yeah.
Yeah, write
Okay.
about that bitch.
Yeah.
Illustrate about that bitch.
Hell yeah,
Children's
bro.
book, though.
Illustrate about
Subliminally, like passive aggressively.
Passive aggressively.
Illustrate about that bitch.
All right. Yeah. So don't let her bring you down, man. Just move on with your life, and good things happens. Good things happen to those who are bold. So be bold, stay hungry. Keep grinding. You do you, bro, and good things will happen. But yeah, that's my take on Over 465.
Thanks for commenting, Overflow.
Yeah, thanks for commenting, man.
Overforce.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
65. Man.
But oh fuck, man. But yeah, that's all I got. What time are we at on the podcast?
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
We're gonna have one of our hosts, Jalal Bahhur, come in and
Bahhur.
fill in for Nathan Chau. Because Nathan Chau has to leave for various reasons.
For various reasons.
For various reasons, and we're gonna be talking about more stuff, I guess.
But anyway, but I'll be here until the food comes, which will be pretty soon.
Yes.
But you want some in Jalal now, like be my guest.
Oh,
Okay.
we can just. I mean, we
Just
can
keep
just
it
talk about kind of
It's not the
whatever
first
for
time.
now. Let's talk about. We actually just ordered some food from Taco Bell. I ordered a chicken quesadilla with pico de gallo.
Ooh, I ordered the Supreme Locos Tacos, the Core Ranch, and the nacho cheese.
Ooh, that's dank.
Pretty dope. I think I got the Taco 12 pack.
I got a couple
Ooh.
stories about exes.
Ooh,
Hey, get in this
get
bitch.
in here.
Hey,
Get in
no,
this
no,
bitch.
no. Get in this bitch.
Hey Jalal, what's your favorite thing to order from Taco Bell?
2 chicken quesadillas and a Chipotle chicken griller.
What's a Chipotle chicken
Never
griller?
heard of
Oh, no, yeah.
It's $1 and it's pretty bomb.
Oh, it's $1?
Ooh.
I'll
Say
try
no
that
more,
next
fam.
time.
Say no more. Say no more.
We have our next guest, Gomez.
Gomez.
Gomez, do you want to say anything?
Let him lick it. Let him
Ah.
lick the mic.
Oh, he's like,
No, that's my
no,
voice.
that's this one.
Damn, I want to hear Jalal's like juicy stories.
Yeah, Jalal.
All right.
Tell us about your
blast like you did.
Huh?
Dang.
Ouch.
Anything about Baja Blast?
This is a no bars cage match.
No
That's
holds
what it
barred.
sounded like.
What?
Did you know that in 2018, The Undertaker
No. In 1997, The Undertaker threw Mankind off Hell of a Cell, 100 feet down into the announcer's table.
Oh god.
Yo, did y'all think wrestling was real back in the day? Like,
Hell yeah, I did.
Oh,
my
yeah.
parents
Yeah,
told me
same.
that shit was fake, and I was like so passionate, like fuck you, mom.
No, yeah, I was like, no,
Like,
fuck you.
I was like, no, it's definitely real.
It's
Like,
definitely
it's
real.
definitely real.
Dude, me and my
That's
friends, we would like recreate matches and stuff, and looking back, I don't know how we didn't fucking die. Like my friend Batista,
Like breaking neck type shit.
yeah, like I went up to I climbed the fucking bookshelf and I swanton bombed my friend on his bed. I didn't know how I didn't break my fucking neck. I also got tombstoned. I was actually watching this documentary about how dangerous wrestling is. Like they practice moves so many times over. Even nowadays, only a select few like wrestlers are like qualified to like do like high flying stunts now.
You ever try to Batista bomb somebody?
Hell yeah.
That shit takes like effort on both sides. You can't just Batista bomb somebody yourself. They gotta jump.
I mean, dude, like wrestling like might be fake, but they're still athletes. Like,
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
no,
for
they're
sure.
still
No,
athletes.
no,
Like, they're
no,
still
for
failing.
sure.
I mean, yeah, they pull their
Yeah.
punches, but you
Yeah.
can't really like you can't really pull your punch when you're hitting someone with like a chair. Like, yes, you still have to make that look real, and you're still hitting them. Like,
Oh, do you guys know how they bleed? By the way,
how to what?
how they bleed?
No.
It's called blading. So the
They have a
referee,
razor blade or something.
yeah, the referee slits them a razor blade, and they cut up above the eyebrow. That's where the most blood comes from.
Shit.
Yeah,
Dang.
Oh,
But,
it's
like,
actual
intense.
blood?
yeah, but like blading's been banned now by the WWE. Like
So
I don't.
how do they bleed?
By the
Huh?
WWE,
No, they don't do it anymore because WWE is like PG now. They're trying to
what?
appear to
by
like
the World Wrestling Foundation Federation,
maybe TNA and like the smaller wrestling
The
rings they
WWF.
still do it.
World
WWE.
Wrestling
WWF.
Federation,
Hey, who's y'all's favorite wrestler?
CM Punk.
John Cena.
John Cena.
Ooh, I let
Rey
you.
Mysterio.
Oh, I let
Rey
you.
Mysterio. I
Mysterio.
fucked with Rey Mysterio heavy.
Fuck with CM Punk.
Hey Brandon,
Remember when he broke his leg?
can you
bro?
smell
I
what
was
the Rock
so
is
sad.
cooking?
Can you
I
smell
was so
what
sad.
the Rock is cooking? Thanks, man. You got a nice face. But yeah, I fucked with wrestling, man. They were passionate. They were beautiful men.
Yeah, drug problems.
They had drug problems. They were oiled up.
Speaking of wrestling, sex is kind of like wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I just fucking like.
You're doing wrong.
You're doing
Sex
it
is kind of like wrestling, yeah. One time I was having a sex with a girl, I broke her neck.
What the fuck?
Put it in an arm lock.
I put her in the arm bar. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, man, what else are we gonna talk about?
on a slightly related but unrelated note. Back then my first girlfriend like surprise hugged me from behind, but like doing so much martial arts,
Broke your
I like no, I like yeah, I reacted in the worst way possible. So like she stopped surprise hugging me from behind. So,
Dang, hey, shout out to Djibouti face.
Shoo. Do not talk about Djibouti face.
Oh man, damn. You guys want to talk about anything else? And hey, they're in the studio. Can you guys hear us? Can you guys give us some topics?
What's up, Emerson? I see you. Bitch.
Yo, Emerson, how you
What?
doing, bro? Emerson, dude. Okay, yeah.
Yo,
First of all,
Emerson,
Emerson, you matured, bro.
yeah. On the real, I want to talk about my good friend Emerson Lee. So I met this guy when I was a sophomore. He was a freshman, and yo, like Emerson was one of the like first other like Korean Americans that I ever met at UTD, University of Texas at Dallas. And ever since then, I was like, damn, I'm so glad I met this dude. Like, I fuck with Emerson so heavy. Like, I fucking love this guy. I wish I had met him sooner, bro.
Hey,
that's so Emerson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
when
I
I
fucking love that guy.
when I met Emerson and Qual when I was a sophomore, holy shit, I hated these two motherfuckers. like no. They definitely know this. All they do is pick on each other. Qual would pick on me for no fucking reason. But like they have come a long way. They've matured. They quieted down.
they got hella spiritual. You
Yeah.
can feel you can feel the vibe.
Honestly, at first I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with these people?" But like then I thought about how I was as a freshman, so I stopped shitting on them about it.
Dude, y'all's
So-
like banter, like
Y'all
y'all's
came a
back
long
and
way.
forth, like
Oh yeah, it's fucking gold, dude.
it's gold, bro.
It's gold.
Like I fucking love you two, bro.
Like,
That should be a podcast in itself.
Yeah, you two should just come here and like rip on each other for 45 minutes.
Maybe that's the next idea.
oh yeah.
Would you
Damn.
sign over there for Jalal? You got something to say? Something to get off your chest?
We're not talking about Djibouti face. Fuck you, bitch.
Can we talk about Djibouti face and
Fuck you, booty.
And fifth word.
Have y'all talked about virgins before?
no, we haven't.
What do you mean?
No, like, as in, like, when did y'all first have sex?
I first had sex when I was 18.
Okay.
It was sometime in July. No, it was sometime in June. It was really hot. It was in the back of my car. I did not like it.
Why didn't you like it?
Because it was hot as fuck. It was in my car. For some reason, I decided not to turn on the AC in my car.
Yeah, you gotta save that battery.
Yeah, so
you know?
yeah, man. It was
Car
very
can't die. You gotta drive home.
And the craziest thing about it is that I didn't even expect that it was gonna happen. Like it just kind of happened.
Like, did you pull the first move?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It was more, but like I didn't go in like, cause I hit her up to like watch a movie, right? Cause we were just friends, so I just wanted to hang out with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can do this, and I did it, and it happened. I was like, man, like, what the fuck? That was crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, but she's chilling now. She's currently dating this one dude. He treats her super good. So it's pretty nice. Nice. But yeah,
How's your first time, Daryl?
First time, like,
Having sex.
oh,
Like,
Actually-
how old were you?
how old was I?
And
What
how
it?
was it?
Oh, okay.
And where was it?
Yeah, and where was it?
All right, it was December 23rd, 2016. Yeah,
Mhm.
2016, a couple of years ago, not too bad. Or 2015, actually, it was before. So it was actually in the car. It
Damn.
was raining outside.
oh, how romantic.
Yeah, I guess. And yeah, it was all right. I mean, you know, first time is always just trying to figure out what's going on, like what to do, what to put where and where.
I feel that.
And I felt it too.
I felt that too. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
physically, mentally. Like.
Wait, were you?
Yo,
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
I
yeah.
was there.
I mean, it was more. You know, I feel like it was more like. Very,
I was the one Daryl had sex with.
Yeah, actually, he took my virginity. So, Nah, it was more like romantic than just like weird.
How old were you?
Oh, so it felt right then.
17, 18.
So you're saying it felt right?
Yeah, it felt right. It was like
Oh.
I don't regret it at all. I know a lot of people sometimes regret the first time, but me, nah, I would not regret it. It's a good time. Shared it with good people.
People?
Or person.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I said like my first time. I wouldn't say I regret it, but it's just not what you, I guess, would think. You know what I mean? Because you think like the first time you'd want to save it for the right person and whatnot.
mhm.
But I was just kind of like, so I was like 18. Also, it was my freshman year in college. I low key just said like, fuck it, you know, like the time is now, kind of like let's
Mhm.
just kind of see what it's about.
Yeah, college.
Yeah, but now you learn, like, I guess like meaningless sex isn't. It's really nothing that much about it. You know, it's not really that cool. Like having sex with somebody that you really have feelings for. That's definitely a lot better. But what about you, Nathan?
I was 15.
15.
Yeah.
15.
What a
What the-
stud, bro.
What a
Chill,
slut.
chill.
Jeez. That's like what? Is that like sophomore year of high school?
I was
What
a junior.
ethnicity was
I was a
she?
junior. She's Filipino.
Junior
Ooh.
year. Filipino.
Filipino girls.
The Mexicans of Asia.
Ooh.
This is true. Not
So,
Filipino.
it's 3 days before Christmas.
Okay, got an early present.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, she was like, hey, you want to watch a movie? Like, no, there's no one.
fucking blow?
She's like, hey, there's no one home. Can you
She said WYD in lowercase letters.
She's like, you should come over. I'm like, okay. So like, I had my parents drop me off at the house. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with her.
Oh, your parents dropped you off?
My parents dropped me off
Oh, shit.
Wait, did you use a condom?
Huh?
Did you use a condom?
for like half the time.
Oh, he said,
Wait,
fuck, he said, fuck
how was
this.
it? How was it from a scale of 1 to 10? Like 1 being really bad and 10 being like Valhalla.
At first I was like, no, yeah, just like Daryl said, it's a lot of like what goes where, what to do. Oh shit,
Yeah,
porn lied to me.
for sure.
Porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually just started out watching Mickey Mouse Christmas on Netflix.
Fuck, you
And-
dirty Dan.
That was
You're
my
like, damn,
Mickey
this
Mouse
shit
gets
kind of
me
hot.
Turned on
Like,
too.
yeah.
Did you imagine her being Minnie Mouse? Is that what got you hard?
Bro, this is my childhood movie. Like I don't know why. Like I don't know why we chose to watch that at the time. But now every time I watch that movie, like, it's the only thing I'm thinking about. But yeah, it was okay. Like, it wasn't like mind blowing. You know, like how you expect. Like it wasn't like what you expected, but it's still like pretty nice.
of course,
You know,
of course.
it was weird. Yeah.
What position did you hit?
How come none of y'all answered these?
Okay.
How come none of y'all answered these?
it just
With
came
me,
up,
like
though,
I was in the back of a fucking car, so there's not much that you can do. Like for most of the time, like we were doing missionary. I mean, we tried to do cowgirl
A
at one
classic.
point.
Okay.
but like
bro,
we were in the,
that's advanced, bro.
we were in the
That's
back of my
like,
fucking Honda Accord. Like I was like. I was so squished up like a fucking Oompa Loompa.
But it's like
gross.
okay. I tried getting on top first. So like I didn't know how to like put it in. Like it was a lot lower than I thought. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, I really thought, you know how like, you know where your dick is?
yeah.
I thought that shit was like where your dick was.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Wait,
it would make sense though, right?
Wait,
No,
say
no,
that again?
Like
Bas-
you know where your dick is, right? Like where it's like located, like
Uh-huh.
like the beginnings of it.
Mhm.
I thought that's where like a woman's parts was.
Like the same.
The same, bro.
Area,
Right.
but no, it's
I
lower,
was-
it's lower than you think.
Yeah, it's like you gotta like go under.
Bro, I was bamboozled. I'll tell you, I was fucking bamboozled, bro. That shit was low.
Yeah, like
Yeah, damn.
tried on top first. I fell. Like couldn't. And then,
She fell.
I fell.
Oh, you fell.
We only got it in when she went on top, and like doing it from the back didn't work because like I don't know, maybe because like she was shorter or like something. I don't know. It just didn't work. So yeah, it was a weird time.
I feel that.
Honestly,
Bro.
it's kind of awkward talking about, but yeah.
Yeah, bro, because your girl's probably gonna watch this, right? Yeah, tell your
fuck
girl,
no.
yeah, tell your girl not to watch this, bro.
Not sure. We'll edit this out.
No. Just keep it. Just don't let her know this is like an episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll let her know.
Brandon, do you remember that time where like you asked me like, how was that one time I hooked up with that white girl? Do you
Yeah.
remember that? And Pauline was there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. All Brandon said was like, did she swallow? I didn't say anything. I just like nodded at him, but But then she turned around and she saw me nod.
Oh gosh.
And like in the car right back to like where the fuck we're going, she's like it was silent and she's like, you know, I didn't need to know that.
Speaking about races, not that it matters, but like, so I guess how many races of girls have you guys experienced with, and were they all different? You feel me?
Well, my first time was with a Mexican girl.
Okay.
I mean, my current girlfriend, she's like 4 different things. So does that mean I hit
Damn.
4 different races?
Mr.
Yeah, it does,
305.
bro. You checked all 4,
Oh yeah.
but like 1/4 of a check mark.
First was Filipino, then
Nice.
an Arab person.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Was it Jalal?
Yeah,
It was
still-
Jalal, bro.
Damn, you got me.
Was it Jalal Bahhur?
Yeah, it was. Helco, you remember? Okay, shit. White person, and now Vietnamese.
Damn, you wild, Nathan.
No, that's chill.
Damn.
All right, I'm gonna let Jalal take over for now. It's been a
Alright,
pleasure
bro.
having you guys have me on here.
For sure. Hey, good
Yeah,
luck if
bet,
Pauline
bet.
watches this, bro.
Oh,
My bad. Like, I
Okay.
totally did not think of that.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either.
Yeah, looking back, right? The more you know. Hey,
more
you
you
learn
know.
something new every day.
I'm gonna just start for the love of God,
Shit.
don't watch the shit.
Can y'all hear me in the studio?
Are they
Can
supposed?
someone-
Are they
can
supposed to
someone
hear
bring
some in the
me-
Oh, you guys
studio?
can hear us?
Can someone bring me a is there a
Alright,
mild
just wanna
packet of hot
shout out
sauce
to Khan over there.
or hot?
What's up, Khan? Oh, he's waving.
Speaking of dogs, bro, like I really didn't understand why people are such pet lovers.
Wait, can we
So,
still
like,
talk
what?
about the virginity?
Oh,
Hey.
okay, yeah, I'm down. I'm
The
down.
Virginia? Oh,
Jalal,
is that-
Jalal, when was your first one?
Fuck me.
Ooh, wait, I might
So I was gonna be like 12.
Emerson, do you wanna
What's
switch
up, guys?
it when they come in?
Nice to meet you. Know me? Nah.
Damn, I wanna eat.
I was the biggest clean boy up until high school and graduation of high school.
All right.
I didn't no drugs,
I'll
no
be right back.
alcohol,
I'm
no sex, no
Emerson
anything.
coming.
So freshman year of college, you say?
All right, guys,
Yeah,
we're getting
everything
we're
went
getting a
downhill.
substitute. Daryl is
Same,
leaving for a
same.
second, and Emerson is gonna talk for us on the.
Hey.
in the
You
spot.
leaving, Daryl? Damn, I was gonna get your topic on my ex. No, it's true. I lost my virginity 18 and a half.
And a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed it. Wasn't too awkward at all.
Was it like your friend or your girlfriend or?
Was my friend.
Okay.
Good friend, not a girlfriend at all. What else? We were watching Netflix, and I can never watch Bob's Burger again because, unfortunately, we
Shit fucked you
I
up.
did have a scare the first time,
What you mean?
like pregnancy scare.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was just
Shit.
like,
You ain't rap it.
no,
Ah,
did not.
rookie move, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Rookie move.
Yeah, but it was chill.
It's
We took care of it. It was fine,
Oh, so you murdered her?
basically.
All right.
Wait, there's another way. No, right? I wish I was here to listen more about y'all's ex conversations.
Yeah, we
I-
can bring it back to that. You got something to say?
Well, no, I just wish I heard about y'all's.
Oh, okay.
I could talk about it a little bit if
And I go for it. Go for it. I want to hear.
MGK, let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
The most recent one, definitely the hardest. It's probably my longest relation. My longest relation went from a 4-month to yeah, for real. My longest relation went from a 4-month to a 2.5 years. So it was like a big jump.
I think I know who that was, right?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
most people do, definitely, if you know me.
Right.
See, the reason why I wish I knew what y'all said, I know Daryl let loose. Daryl opened fire.
I wouldn't say open fire, but we just kind of let it slowly.
So
Well,
what'd y'all talk about? Give me an idea, just so I can
we kind of
have a pathway.
talked about how, like, after a breakup, like getting that closure and what you learn after the breakup, right? Because you learn so much more about yourself whenever you break up with somebody, like, you know, the months after. So I mean, that was just one topic. Like, I mean, after you broke up with your girl, you learned anything about yourself?
For me,
Like,
I was
broke down like a bitch. Like,
I can't say I did. For me, I think I was more detached from the relationship a little bit before we broke up. She wanted a lot out of me at the end of it, and I felt like she deserved more, and I couldn't give more. She was a year and a half or 2 years older than me, so she was already starting down her career path, and given that I was 21 at the time, at the end of starting like my senior year, or about to start my senior year, and I just felt like I had a lot of time that I just needed to invest into myself.
I feel that.
And I felt like she definitely wanted me to invest into her, and like she wanted me to schedule around her free time, around her work schedule, and I understand, but at the same time, it's like, one, I still saw her minimum every day, at least like three hours. So I still saw her every day. Yeah.
Oh, that's a long ass.
Exactly. That's what I thought too. Like she was definitely the most consistent thing I've ever had in my life when it comes to friends, anything, friends, family, anything. She 2.5 years every day. Like that's the most I've done in a long time.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was giving her a lot, and she wanted more. And I agree that she deserved more, and I didn't want to stand in the way of maybe her finding somebody that could give her more. So for me, I was kind of excited to invest into myself and let her go and, do her thing.
Right.
Of course, she saw it as more I was choosing working out and staying healthy, just relaxing and being with friends and family over her.
Same shit, low-key.
And I was, at the time, no, it was around December, I was my all-time heavy. And the most unhealthy I've ever been in my life. I was 224 pounds. I was disgusting. I was tired of it. And I was slowly starting to get back into it while, around her schedule. But then sometimes I'd have to like choose working out over her, or not choose it over her, but go and do it. And then still try to make it happen.
So just a question. So I kind of went through the same thing, but eventually, like after my breakup, I realized, like same shit with the workout stuff, right? Like I went up to 198. At one point, I almost broke 200, and I said like I kind of did blame it on the time commitment. Like I have to spend so much time with you. I just don't have time for a relationship right now. But I really just realized in the end that was kind of a personal thing. Like I just wasn't happy with myself at the time, and
Exactly.
with not being happy with yourself, how can you be happy with somebody else?
I tell everybody, being in a relationship, it's a full-time job. If you have a full-time job and you have school and then a relationship on top of everything, it's going to come all piling down on you sooner or later. You're not going to be able to keep up your health. You're not going to be able to keep up anything fun. You're going to get burnt out sooner or later. And that's what I was like. I'm not choosing things over you, but I do want to change myself for the better. I want to get healthier. I want to start working on my degree, not my degree plan, but my career path. I wanted to see where I wanted to lead my life. And I didn't know at the time, I backed out of pre-law, but I came back, and then I was like slowly trying to figure my stuff out. And
What's up, Andrew?
What's up, Andrew? Andrew O just
Andrew in
joined
the
us.
stew. Andrew, the producer in the building.
Hey.
What's good?
Most deaf. And I felt like it was just a lot to handle at the time. And it was getting to a point where I just had to buck up and shut up and just say, listen, you're right. I need to do other things right now. I need to do me, and whatever that is, unfortunately, I can't handle doing you as well. And after that, she kind of saw it as like, it was super anti her. I was doing everything against it. But at the same time, like, the relationship would go nowhere. It would just drag on if I'm not happy, it's not good for her.
So when you guys broke up, did you feel like you would ever get back with her? Because I felt like, well, one, I feel like our relationship in a sense couldn't progress any further unless we broke up. Get that time apart.
Figure yourself out.
Eventually, maybe we would get back together. But that was a risk, I didn't know. Like after we broke up, there's obviously a chance we just find other people.
For you, it's a little bit also different. There's a lot of factors working against our relationship when it comes to culture, parents.
You would think, bro. She was Vietnamese and I'm Chinese, bro.
Yeah, but can you just imagine Muslim, Arab?
I got you.
Then, it just.
I got you.
No. And a lot of things did happen that weren't her fault, that made it seem like she was a bad person, that you know, and my parents was like not with it, and I'm like, she really, it was never her fault, it was mine. And I try to make that very clearly, like any mistakes I've made in my life, they're due to my actions and not hers.
Right.
Like I'm not very easily influenced. So when it comes to like the things I've done, it's because I've decided and I've, you know, made my judgment on it, and I've made my decision, and then I did it, you know? Mm-hmm. So when it came to that, I was like, eh. And I when we broke up, at first I was like, I did not think at all we would ever get back together. After 2 months, we started talking again.
2 months, bro. I'll tell you, bro.
2.5 months.
There's something about the 2 months marks for men, bro. Something about it.
Yeah, no,
the very
honestly,
first couple months is like whatever, but something about 2 months.
Yeah, no, 2 months. I did a lot for myself, you know, and it was great, and I was very much enjoying it. And I feel like it just came to the point where I kind of missed her. I mean, 2.5 years. Yeah, 2.5 years. That's your best friend.
Exactly.
You know, regardless of your girlfriend, that's your best friend.
For sure.
So it's like I did miss her company, her talk, you know, conversations, whatever. So we started talking again, and I found out some things. Some things were happening in her life that I just didn't really agree upon. But again, you don't really have an opinion. You're not allowed to have an opinion because you're not dating, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's like you shut the fuck up, and you're not, you know, you have to deal with it.
Right.
And if you just can't deal with it, then there's really no point. And I found out some things that happened that I didn't know that was during our relationship that wasn't at the end. And I was super uncool with that. And then I was like, nah, there's no way. There's no way we can get back together.
Okay.
But there is still a way. Like, I still wanted to be friends. Of course, I don't think that you should ever hate somebody that you've loved.
So are you guys friends now?
Currently, no.
Okay.
I mean, of course, it's not necessarily... No, we're friends, but we don't talk.
Okay.
Because her current relationship
okay. Gotcha.
wasn't comfortable. And I agree, like, if it... I don't want to come into any...
I got you.
Any, like... trouble. Like, if she needs to do her thing, let her do her thing.
Yeah,
like,
you ain't want no smoke.
No, no, I just didn't want... I want her to be happy in the end. And if I'm going to come in between that, just cut me out. I'm done. It's chill. No hard feelings either.
Hey, Andrew, let's get some of your thoughts on this.
Well, I mean, I don't really have an opinion. I don't really know what to say just because, like, I've never been in that situation, you know? But, I mean, I think like, Jalal, you handled it pretty well. I mean, it seems like you don't hate her, or like y'all don't have a bad relationship.
No, for sure,
it,
definitely
so,
not.
You know, that's more than like what I've like heard from other people. You know, like bad breakups, and like they don't even talk, like they block each other and shit. You know.
Yeah.
See, all right. So when y'all broke up, did y'all just stop talking cold turkey?
So I initially, she wanted to. She has this concept of if we've dated or if we've done anything with each other and then we're not doing anything with each other anymore, we're done. That's her in her head.
We're like
don't talk to me. Don't
or
like done.
See, I thought it was like we should not talk because that's be for the better for the recovery process.
100%, I agree with that. Like I don't agree with hating somebody that, especially that I've dated for 2.5 years. But you can't just become friends.
Okay.
It's too hard on each other. Like you definitely need at least minimum 2 months.
Yeah, bro, that too.
Yeah, the 2 months, like,
That
it's very
crucial.
important. It really is. You can't just become friends because, one, you guys are still in love with each other, or regardless, there's still feelings, you know, somewhere. So you can't just, I'm done with the relationship. Yeah, I snap loud. You can't just be done with the relationship and then become best friends. But at the same time, I'm more of a guy, I can separate my feelings pretty well. Or my emotions when it comes to situations. And I thought, like I've said on, I think, episode 1, if I've loved you, if I've cared for you ever, I will always care for you. Even if I was wronged, which I did get wronged plenty of times. I don't hold grudges.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's very mature.
Yeah, I mean, life is too short. dude. It really is. Like, I hate being sad and I hate being mad.
Right.
There's no point. Why live your life just moping around and just fuck everything? Like, you live your life for yourself and not for other people. And then when other people can enhance it, then do that. But when it comes to like being, and of course sometimes it's hard. You know, I've had my days where I'm down, of course. But I feel like if it's just a very straightforward day, there's nothing special. There's nothing. Why not have a smile on your face? Why not be happy? It's fucking intoxicating. Like, people, when one person sees it, oh hey man, how are you? I'm like, man, I'm good. How are you? You know, it's contagious, being happy. So that's what I like.
Wait, so I know like y'all. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say recent. For Jalal, you went like you said like 2.5 years for dating, and then like y'all broken up. Was this like what 3 months now?
No, it's been
It's been a month. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Oh,
It's gonna be 8 months now.
So when do y'all know like y'all like ready to get back in the game, or like when y'all like feel like you're ready?
Oh my god!
In the game as like the dating game.
Yeah, or like get back into like dating again, like after you move it on, you know.
See, that's weird.
Oh, I have a good.
I feel like so this past Sunday, like at 4 a.m. specifically, that's when that's when I really realized I was able to get over my ex. But as of right now, I could give, because like when you meet somebody else and if you develop feelings, you know, then all that other shit kind of goes out the window and you have feelings for this girl. Like, that's just science. You know, I've done a little bit of research on that. But I would say, like, I could definitely get back in the dating game right now, and I think I'd be fine if it was the right girl. But as far as being ready, I don't think I'll be ready until, like, I just don't want to be ready. I just want to do me at the moment, you know?
Yeah.
100%. Like, how long has it been for you, Eddie?
It's been about, like, maybe 2.5 months.
Yeah, no. See, for me, that was 100%. I was on me. I was on the journey to find what I wanted to do. What can I do for myself? And like, working out was like the best thing I could have done. Just staying on a routine to get me in my game. And then for personally, it took. So I'm one of 5, 4 girls and a single mother. So I come from a family of women. I can talk to women as just friends. It's just super easy, and I enjoy it a lot. I love my guy friends, but girlfriends are pretty fun to have. They always will have a completely different opinion, right? She didn't like that. And I respected it. So I would avoid having too many friends that were girls that would just irritate her. If it would cause an issue or cause a fight, I don't want to do it, you know? There's no reason to do it. But after I stopped dating, stopped dating Vanessa, I went back to that. I went back to talking to people, just people that I wanted to talk to. Nothing, actually, not looking for anything specific, just doing me. And I talked to a lot of girls, and sometimes it would be like that, and it was probably like a month and a half after, or no, okay. There was a 3-week one, but that ended real quick because I realized I wasn't ready. You know, emotionally, I just wasn't ready. But I feel like after 2 to 3 months, you realize a lot about yourself. When it comes to, when it came to, for me, after talking to a bunch of girls, I saw what I wanted in a woman. And if it ever came around, it's not necessarily, you don't fight it and you don't go for it. But if it happens naturally, it happens. That was for me.
So what you want in a woman, Jalal?
I'm just, because the gym has become very big about my life, I definitely want her to be a little bit into the fitness.
Hit some squats, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just health, you know?
Yeah.
Regardless, cooking, working out, whatever it is.
Maybe a little leg lunges.
Yeah,
you know?
most def, you know?
Little ab crunches.
And I don't agree with the people that start dating people and start getting out of shape because, like,
it's so easy to though.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
it's easy, but why are you out of shape just because you're not impressing anyone else? You're impressing your girl. Okay. You're impressing your man. You gotta look for your good for your man. Why should either you give up?
I feel like your girl will make you fat though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, bro, your girl will make you fat. You gotta eat those leftovers.
My ex did not want me to whatever.
Bernessa?
No, I didn't.
Bernetta?
It's cool.
Yeah, my ex did not want me to work out.
What?
She was okay with
Dang.
me not working out.
She don't want you to.
No,
like,
she didn't want me
Oh, bro. Okay, that's.
'Cause then-
I feel like that's because
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
Hello,
okay.
hello,
And
hello.
I
It's
didn't like
me.
that. I was like,
I'm
one
back
dude,
from eating my Taco Bell.
if you got me, you don't gotta worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her concept was like,
makes sense.
oh, if you start looking good, then other girls gonna want you. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
first of all, what kind of logic is that? Because
First of all, if other girls want me, I'm gonna go to them, bro.
okay,
They're better than
seriously,
you.
bro, I'm not a cheater. Thank you. Only for
Fuck,
boys.
you're right.
And like I said, I just don't agree with that. So, one, why can't I look good for my girl? The one that I already have. I'm not gonna go out looking for other people. If you got me, you got me. If I want something else, I'm out. Period.
Yo, I think for me, like a lot, it's like I think like difference between you and me, Jalal. Things like, I know you say you come from like family of women. I'm kind of like I'm like opposite. Like, yeah, I do have like I do a family of 4, but like 3 of us are guys. And like throughout all my life, like especially like throughout high school, like I only had like homies. Like I didn't have like friends that are girls. Like granted, I had like some like older sisters that I look up to at church, but like they were never like my fellow
Friends?
friends. Yeah, like it just never aligned that way. So like
Well, I mean, you got some now, definitely.
yeah, so I think like doing that and then like transiting to college is definitely like very different.
Yeah, I agree.
Like more like because before like I always stuck around the same like 5-6 homies, you know, like dudes like we just hang out. But like now trying to get to college, like meeting like new friends and like especially like trying to make friends with girls, like I think that was a really hard transition.
Yo,
It
Jamal,
is.
can you talk to like any girls? Cause I cannot talk to white girls, but I can talk to Asian girls. Like,
Yeah, I can talk to any
that's you can talk to like any girls. Like
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
I mean, does race actually affect it?
No,
sometimes?
I mean, I feel alright. So it doesn't.
I feel like
it's just so much easier to connect with an Asian girl, and it doesn't even matter what kind of Asian. She could be brown, Chinese, whatever, you know. But it's like whenever I'm talking to, I think it's white.
They're different,
White
yeah.
girls specifically. It's like what the fuck do you do for fun? I don't know. like bro.
I feel you. I feel you.
We come from different cultures,
But
different
that's the-
backgrounds, and it's easier to relate to someone who you know who most of the time will have the same background.
I can talk
that
to
you
black
do.
girls too. That's pretty easy.
That's because they always down to converse,
You know what I'm saying?
baby.
Yeah.
They
You
love. I
did.
love black girls. I
You
love
did.
black people in general, bro.
Bro, I feel you.
They're so chill.
I
I feel like everybody when I go back to the negativity, like I feel like the black race love positivity, man. Some
Right.
people are just like happy. I'm like, hell yeah, bro, for no reason. I'm just like, yes, I fuck with that.
I love it. I love it.
But when it comes to girls, like for different races at least, don't think of it as a race thing.
Oh,
yeah,
no, I don't,
it's
but-
no.
I don't,
But I'm
it's
saying
natural,
like
yeah.
in finding common ground.
Okay.
Like just think about it as a general girl thing. Like if you could talk to one girl about one thing, you should be able to talk to a girl about another thing. Like it's all fair game usually. So of course you'll have the more basic where it's like, but you'll have that in Asian, black, or you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily matter about most girls are the same.
Some facts.
So how's single life treating y'all? Like in general?
Currently hate it though. not gonna lie.
Yeah, like you definitely miss the intimacy and like the support of a relationship for sure. Cause like, damn, I mean, I said I thought I wanted to be single just cause I want to work on myself, and that's very true. But it's like there's just something missing, you know. And you just kind of keep busy in the meantime.
Yeah.
That's only a temporary fix though. It's in the end you really have to figure out how to be happy with yourself and by
yeah,
yourself.
yeah, for sure.
Not
Yeah.
with yourself, but by yourself. Until you are content with being alone, you can't be content with having somebody.
Bro, I always fucked with being alone. Like before we started dating,
Same.
I loved being
Before
alone.
I was in a
doing
long relationship.
everything alone.
Facts.
But now it's like now you had it right. Like,
Or
you've been
during
there.
a relationship, I could fuck with being alone sometimes.
But
Like
it's
I
like-
needed my me time.
Having that now, it's like now I want more. You know what I mean?
I
Like-
think, well, me personally, although I am in a relationship right now, I was, before I started dating my girlfriend, Audrey, I was single for 20 years. And I never even, like, even in high school, up till kind of like freshman year of college, I never really had, I mean, yeah, like, I had, like, things with girls, like, I had crushes in high school and stuff like that, but I never really did anything, and I got led on like multiple occasions. And with me personally, I think it's not the fact of being single. It's the fact that maybe for me personally, it was just that. I mean, high school relationships are very superficial and like they really ain't shit. But I don't know, I just felt left out, kind of almost. Like, what am I missing out on? You
Definitely
know?
understand.
I feel well with me personally. It was just the feeling of wonderment, of like curiosity.
Yeah, I had that in middle school.
Wonderment. That's a word? Wonderment.
Wonderment.
You learn something new every day, bro.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that word before. Wonderment. Like from like.
I think that's where I am right now. Like I've been single for a hot minute. You know what I mean?
Sorry,
Like
my
it's been a
nose.
fat minute. But like for me, like I don't know what it's like to be ready. You feel like because I mean I've been single for a fat minute. So
You
like-
feel like you're ready?
like that's the thing. Like I can say like, oh, I'm ready. You know. But at the same time, like Jalal said, like I feel like I have to be comfortable with myself first. And like I've been working on myself. Like I always say I'm working on myself, but in reality, like I've only been really working on myself like in the past couple of months. Just because like I realized like I don't know what I want.
Bro,
Also, I don't know what to expect.
So there's also another side of this argument. You could say you could focus on yourself first, right? But you can also say that somebody else will help you focus on yourself, and you guys can just focus on each other because everybody's different. Kind of know what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're saying, but I agree with more the fact that unless you're on a path where you're working on yourself, you're genuinely like doing you, and you're comfortable and you're happy, and then you find somebody that is comfortable and happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then both of you guys could build off of each other. But when it comes to one is having to help out the other, that's when strain happens. Strain on a relationship, you know?
Okay.
It's
like-
unneeded.
And that's what I don't want because like since I got to college, like I realized like there's things that like I didn't know about myself, and like there's definitely things that I've been avoiding that I've known about myself that I've been avoiding because I didn't want to face it. You know, I mean, it's like I have things in life that I need to take care of, and like I want to get through school, so it's like it's like always making excuses, you know, and then
Okay,
you're like
okay.
you don't want to face the fact that like that these things like you have like for me like a biggest thing was like my weight. And like I wasn't like the biggest dude, but I wasn't the skinniest dude either. You know, and like I can't play it off like most people can. Like they can just be like they don't. It doesn't matter like if they're chubby or not. Like they're just super confident. You know, they have it in the world.
Hey,
you know?
Andrew, I ain't even bro, you're cute as fuck, Loki. like you're cute as fuck, and
You
you
are,
got
bro. Hey,
style.
you'll be surprised.
Yo, Andrew, you can play this off. Like when Brandon said you could dress as that dude from Up, Russell, I was like, bro, you would pull so many girls.
Hey, no, honestly,
just big facts.
more than guys,
Yes.
there's a lot of girls that are chubby chasers.
Bro, no,
A
Like,
lot of girls.
bro, you got style. I'm not
And
even
you got-
saying-
yeah,
bro,
and-
you got
and
style. Like
It's the way you carry yourself, and in the
Yeah.
end, it's always
That's
that.
definitely like
exactly.
I've always like
Carry on the
so
big
that
stick.
that in confidence of myself. Like I
big
think
energy.
like because I've always blamed it on my weight and like my size. You feel?
Yeah, and
Like,
see,
oh,
once
like, I'm always like
once
this.
you stop making up the excuses for yourself,
Yeah.
that's when you start caring. Like to me personally, I'm not gonna say I'm the hottest dude. You know I'm not the hottest dude. But fuck, you ask me, fuck yeah, I'm the hottest dude, baby.
Yeah, bro, bring that
It
energy.
don't matter.
Bring that
Like,
energy.
If you love yourself, you love yourself. I know I'm not the fucking best looking dude at all. But fuck it. Who the fuck are you gonna tell me? I'm not. Who the fuck are you? Like, no, you're not anyone to me.
Girls like confidence.
So like like battling that, I think like I realized like it's not just my weight, you know. Like I can blame like that's an easy thing to blame,
Yeah.
right? It's like oh like
a crutch.
girls don't like me because I'm fat or whatever. But like I realized like people be they call me a bitch all the time. Hey, fuck y'all if y'all do. But I'm saying
Hell
like
no, I'll never call you a bitch in my life.
well like that's just how I carry myself, and I don't blame people for thinking that, you know.
Do you?
Well, I mean, like, I don't call myself a bitch.
I don't
obviously,
see
But
that.
it's like the way that I carry myself sometimes, like, I get very, like, what do you call it? I'm very hard on myself, essentially.
Okay.
And so, like, I blame a lot of things on myself.
And
or,
that's
like,
not necessarily a bad thing.
Hey,
by
yo,
the way.
stop doing that.
Hold,
I
no,
love
no, no,
bro,
no, no.
stop- Yeah.
Hold yourself to it sometimes, but don't put yourself down. Just put yourself like, okay, listen, like, I do it all my time. Like when I tell myself like, oh, I'm gonna quit or some shit, like anything, I'm like, damn. Like I talk to myself a lot, and I tell people this all the time. When I drive home, sometimes I just turn off the music. I'm like, damn, you're actually a genuine piece of shit, dude. You know, and it's not like in a bad sense.
It's been an hour and a half.
It's fine.
Oh,
We're cutting
shit.
and shit. Yeah. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like, damn, you can't really do what you told yourself you would do.
Exactly.
You know? But in the end, it's like, it's how you do better. It's not how, like, what you're putting yourself down. It's what you're going to do at the end. And people always say, yeah, I'm working on myself. But what do you do when you're by yourself and not with other people? That's the important part. Like, do you just sit back, watch the anime, just chill? Or a TV show, whatever, you know? Or do you actually like, fuck, I need to work, I need to do this, I need to drive, I need some kind of, you know, anything.
And I think
yeah,
go ahead, bro.
I got one thing to say when you said like you're hard on yourself, because I've learned like a really, really important lesson this past year. Like, definitely don't be too hard on yourself. It'll fucking get to your head.
Yeah, don't be too.
It'll just lead you to places you do not want it to be. Take life easy, man. Like, shit will come, you know, if you work hard for it. Just take it easy.
And the days you are fucked up and people are like, you're just having the worst of times, take a day. Just take a day. Breathe. Just relax. Chill. Remove yourself from everything and your situation. And just relax. But then the next day, you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to get back into it and like work towards it. Work towards your goal. Set goals and not big ones. Set minor little goals. Be like, okay, I got in the gym 2-3 days a week. Perfect. Let's aim for 3.5, 4. Or 3 days of workout, 2 days of cardio. Something minor. And then just hold it, put like small ass goals. And that's like how I did it. Because it was so fucking hard for me to actually get my ass off the couch when I was 224 pounds. I was so disgusted.
What are you at right now?
184.
You were 224? When were you 224? I don't remember.
Last year.
For real?
This time last year.
No way.
Yeah. That was disgusting.
Bro, I was saying, bro.
Yo, I'm just so glad like that I got homies that kind of like got it started for me. Because like,
yeah.
Like, even when I met these dudes, I was like, nah, like, I don't really care about working out, you know, whatever. Like, I've, like, going into college, I gave up the fact that, like, I was gonna be better about myself. Because I think, like, all those years of, like, being chubby and, like, going that through my head, I just kind of gave up on it, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, these dudes are like, hey, like, let's get on it, you know? They, like, they believed in me before I believed in myself sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, for the past couple of months, like, it's been a journey, bro. And let me tell you, like,
that's good.
It's mostly been psychological. I mean, like, it's hard physically, but it's like psychologically, it's hard to convince myself that I can be better than I am now. You know, like I deserve things. I
agree.
You know,
and it's so good that we have good support systems around us. Like, Brandon is a big one for you, man, and I respect that. And sometimes, like, it will get to us, like, how bad you put yourself down, but you just got to realize, like, bring it up, man. Like, bring it up. Like you said, even if your weight is a problem for you, just see what you can do for yourself. And then also just be happy with it. Yeah. Like, damn, I did good. And just be proud of what you do in the end.
And I think the hardest thing is, like, at first, like, because, like, when I tried it, like, most of my motivation is like, oh, like, I want to get girls, blah, blah, blah. But, like, for now, like, yeah, like, that's cool.
Oh, man,
but, like,
always do it for yourself. It's like, always.
This, like I'm just curious how it would look if I was skinny,
exactly.
You know? Yeah. And, like, girls are, like, getting girls for me right now is, like, kind of secondary. That's why I feel like I don't feel like I am, quote unquote, ready. Just because, like, I have things that, like, I want to see for myself before, like, I pursue something.
So you want me to tell you what I'm looking for a woman? So just recently I found this out myself. I want to have a woman that makes me want more for myself so that I can please her more. I want to work harder for her so that she can be happier. Because when in the relationship with Vanessa, with my ex, I did find myself slipping sometimes where I just don't do things that I could have. You know, that I should have, and, you know, that would be nicer for her. And I would now in my future, I never want to do that. I wanted to have a girl that will make me be like, fuck, I need to do this for her just so I know she's happy.
Like, she's like, you got to do this for me?
No.
Like,
no. I want to do it before.
Okay.
Nothing. She never has to ask.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
I want her to be happy and be like, damn, like, why'd he do this? All of a sudden, be like, oh, because you're my woman. Like,
I got you.
You're my, you know, and then I've talked to a lot of girls after Vanessa, and I still haven't found a girl like that. Where it's like, fuck, I need to make this girl feel as special as she can. I want to put the next girl I date, on a pedestal.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that's just my logic personally. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. For me, I don't know what I'm looking for, because, like, I don't have any experience or anything like that, or, like, I haven't dated around to know. But, like, I guess that's like part of the mystery, because you don't know.
Exactly.
Like, you don't know until you, like, have your first serious relationship or like have some sort of experience to know like, oh, like I don't like this or I don't like that, you know.
Yeah,
So for me, it's like a world of like wonder.
and all the shit I go through, and because I'm the older one of the group, I try to tell like Emerson and Qua to get out and like to not stay in one place and not stay at the apartment all the time, because one, we're not gonna have this kind of environment later on. Like once I'm done here, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be around everyone my age that's a college student. It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be as normal to just go up to somebody that's just chilling in SSB or some shit like, oh hey, how are you? What's up with you? You know, blah blah blah. It's not gonna be normal. So there's no reason to be wasting time. Like by all means, go and chill with your boys at apartments and stuff. But I feel like I told Emerson Quality from the times from 11 to like 3:30. It's like prime time at UT, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Talking about like PM to
11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Oh.
Like this is like when everyone has class.
Yeah,
Oh.
like when everyone's out and about.
Everyone's walking across campus,
Yeah.
getting from class to class, getting out of
people
class.
really don't internalize like what other people say until they kind of experience it for themselves, right?
Yeah,
So it's kind of hard to listen to other people.
I know, I get that.
But you got me onto something.
Yeah, no, seriously, like because
11 to 3, you say?
yeah, you really like. Unfortunately, we're not gonna have this environment anymore, and that's what I love about college.
Don't
It's not
remind me,
about
bro.
college.
Making me sad.
Yeah, it's,
Don't
dude,
remind
trust
me.
me.
Brandon's
You
like,
guys have
"Fuck
nothing to be
Starbucks."
sad about compared to me. I'm almost done with this bitch. Yeah,
I'm gonna miss you, bro.
yeah,
I'm gonna
and I'm gonna come around for y'all. Don't worry. But
Mr. Kuya, bro.
when it comes to like that, I'm like, fuck, stop staying around. Stop being so fixated on the one people you find. By all means, keep those people in your life, and those are your good people. Go out and talk to somebody new. If you don't vibe with them, who cares? It's your acquaintance now. Go on with your life.
right.
Next, on to the next.
Damn.
And that's what I tell Call. And like all the mistakes I've done in my life, like, or at least up to now, like when I tell like Call and I'm just like, yo, but just honestly, fucking focus on school. Like Jesus Christ, like I hate my life for taking this shit half-assed, and especially my sophomore and freshman year. Like my junior and senior year, like comparative, I'm like, holy shit, I did so good, and I'm like, holy, you're a piece of shit. Like I had no reason not to. Why not just get your shit done and be done with it?
Okay, I think our time's up.
Okay.
Are there any closing statements that you guys want to make for the people listening?
Yeah, live life to the fullest. Life is too short to be sad and mad at yourself, especially. Be happy and love your fucking self.
Yeah, big facts,
Sometimes
big Kuya.
it's time to move on. That's
Exactly.
all I gotta say.
Sometimes you do really have to let go.
Sometimes you just gotta swallow that pill.
Wish for
Yeah.
the best for everyone, and then just go on with your life and hope you are happy.
There you go.
Andrew, what about you?
Shoot, man, I don't know how to close this out.
I got you, bro. 11 to 3. That's it.
11 to 3. And let's meet new people.
Nah,
Let's
guys,
make new
but,
memories, bro. Spring 20. Let's go, baby.
To
Let's go,
people
baby.
listening, just really cliche stuff. Just stay hungry. Always expect the best for yourself. And don't let stuff slow you down. And yeah, that's really about it. I can't really think of anything else to say. Thanks for listening, guys. That was episode 3, Feels Talk, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
All right.